The last 6 months have not been good to Andrew Tate. He just keeps taking L after L after L, and now he's 0-3 against Sneeko. The beginning of the end all started when Andrew Tate lost his fight against reality TV star Chase DeMore. Andrew Tate went into that fight thinking he was going to walk all over Chase. Andrew Tate overestimated his boxing experience and got walked. Not only walked, he looked pathetic. He did not look like a 4-time world champion of anything. After that fight, the only thing we could say is Andrew Tate is a world champion at talking on the mic, and when it comes time to perform, he falls short. But things would only get worse for Andrew. Just a few months back, him and his Red Pill crew, Myron Gaines, recent Lux Maxing creator Clav, Nick Fuentes, and Sneeko all went into the club and played the infamous Kanye song. Now, this stirred up a lot of controversy, and Andrew Tate out of every single person folded. He started going on podcasts, apologizing, blaming other people, talking about how he has tech teams in Israel, and this whole song HH is not a good look for him. It was made even worse considering he's the top G, he's the leader, and every single person he was with doubled down and did not apologize except Andrew Tate, and the one who caught the brunt of the impact, Sneeko. That was the first L he took against Sneeko. After that, Andrew was getting ratioed online by Sneeko in every single post. Hashtag tech teams in Israel was going viral, but things would only get worse after Andrew Tate tried to fight Sneeko for $1 million. Now, if we take a look at the fight contract, we can see that Sneeko got an offer from Mams Taylor to fight on Misfits against Andrew, where Andrew lost against Chase, and I believe he has some kind of ownership. It was supposed to take part in the US or UAE, 5 rounds of 3 minutes, and $1 million plus backend. Now, the interesting part about this whole thing is, why does Andrew Tate want to fight Sneeko, someone who's never had a pro or amateur fight aside from the spar with Sean Strickland that he barely survived? He weighs 60 pounds less, so why would Andrew Tate want to fight someone who he can very clearly beat? So all in all, this was just a massive L, considering Andrew lost to Chase and now he's trying to fight Sneeko, someone who's never fought, who weighs less than him. It just is an embarrassing look. I mean, I've never seen someone's reputation fall so fast. Andrew Tate's reputation collapsed faster than the Twin Towers. He went from being top G to now just getting memed in every single post that he makes, especially anything regarding Sneeko. But things would only go on to get worse. Andrew Tate just a few days ago tweeted out 1,000 retweets, and I'll finally explain why I had to stop talking to him. The post would eventually go on to get 1,000 retweets, and Andrew Tate would go on to drop this 5-minute response video on why he stopped talking to Sneeko. And let's take a look at this because it was really embarrassing, and you guys will see why. Let's just fucking speed it up. 1.5.
So it seems he's got himself exposed and all these revelations are going to come to light. So I'm going to tell you a very factual story. I'm not Gossip Girl. I'm not here to insult anyone. I have no personal vendetta against anybody. I'm not mad at anyone who's ever insulted me. I'm just a guy, and I'm just here to tell the version of the story as I lived it. I'm just here to tell the truth. That's it. I'm just going to tell you some facts.
It's funny because Andrew Tate, you'll see, is one of the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen. This guy sits there and says, I'm not a gossip girl. I'm not there to insult anyone. I'm not there to create drama, while he's doing the exact same thing. What do you think you're doing in a 5-minute video, sitting and talking about Sneeko, whose name you won't even mention? You're gossiping. You're creating drama. And he's doing it for a reason, because he knows it's going to get views.
A few years ago, there was a streamer, I think everybody knows who I'm talking about, who was obsessed with me. If I got a girl's number on Fresh and Fit, he tried to do the same thing. Every single thing I did, he copied verbatim. He tried to be me, literally be me. He was obsessed with me. And I thought he just wanted to be famous, and that turned out to be a homosexual obsession. He came to Romania with 2 people who I respect very much, Myron and Fresh, great guys. They managed to convince me to allow him to come. He came there and started acting really fruity and really weird. He started telling me that he had this cuck thing that was exposed. He had this big cuck scandal, and he asked me what I think about cucking and if it's normal to explore your sexuality and if I've ever tried it. And I said, look, I'm old.
Now this whole cuck thing, I have to agree, is fucking weird. I don't understand how Sneeko would let another guy dick his missus down. That to me is the craziest thing. Listen, you gotta be down bad or in a crazy headspace for some shit like that to be happening. So on that, I completely agree. It's crazy. But to call him gay based on that is still a bit of a reach. Nonetheless, just because Sneeko likes to get his missus pounded out by other men, we can't call him gay. We can call him fucking weird. We can call him a cuck. We can tell him to sit in the corner. Alright, like Adam 22. Him and Adam 22 can be best mates. But it's still not gay. It's weird as fuck. I do not want to seem like I'm in defense of this cuckery bullshit. But I don't think it's gay. Alright, it's close, but it's not gay.
You, bro, and I've never tried that. I don't think that's normal. And they start saying, isn't it normal just to try new things? Don't you think it's normal to be curious? How do you know if you're really gay or not unless you've tried being gay? And then I realized he was coming on to me. And when I realized he was coming on to me, I thought the best thing I can do is just not talk to him anymore. Because I don't like this Gossip Girl stuff. I don't want to be a drama merchant like he is. My brand isn't sitting online and constantly insulting other people like his is. So
well, you literally sit there and insult people online by calling them gay and homosexual and a drama merchant, while you're literally doing the same shit. You're farming drama right now. What do you think you're doing when this post has 1.3 million views? you're creating drama. You're a drama merchant just as much as he is. The other point where I think Sneeko, is kind of was saying that to him about what do you think of cucking, or, how do you know if you're gay if you've never tried it? I mean, some of that shit's weird. Nonetheless, it's hard to side with. But I think when Sneeko went to Romania and said these things to Tate, I think he's looking at him like an older brother sort of thing. Maybe if I can get this guy to see my point of view, this older, more respected, like legitimate guy, maybe he was kind of just looking for some kind of validation, right? And Tate clearly probably didn't give it to him. But I don't think it's Sneeko coming onto Tate, more so Sneeko just looking for validation from someone who he respected. But calling it, oh, he's coming onto me, to me, I still think that's a very, very big reach.
I thought, let me just cut him off. He's obsessed with me. He's a bit weird. I don't want to ruin the guy's career. Let me just go his own separate way. Since then, he has mentioned me every single day in every single stream he does. Andrew Tate wore a gambling t-shirt. Andrew Tate drove a car. Andrew Tate drunk coffee. Andrew Tate this. Andrew Tate that. He is obsessed with me. And if you see the way he talks about me, you can see in his eyes. It's not because he is morally superior. It's not because he just wants clicks. It's a homosexual rage, which is suppressed. Guys.
He's just reaching. I mean, this is like the most baseless argument you could ever make. This is some high school playground, primary school insult. Just call the gay, right? Baseless. There's no evidence, although the cuckery shit is kind of close. It's just not gay yet. It's almost gay. It's almost there, but it's not a definitive he's gay. But that kind of shit is just it's a stupid argument. And the only people that are gonna fall for something like this are the Andrew Tate sheep. And I don't hate Andrew Tate. When he was first blowing up, I was a fan. When he was going on Fresh and Fit, doing the grilling, that shit he was popping off, and it was enjoyable to watch his rise. But now he's just a very, very big hypocrite, literally. And he just throws baseless shit out there.
I don't like saying this. I feel uncomfortable making this video. I wanted all of this to go away. I just said, no, I'm not gonna fuck you, bro. Get out of here. I just tried to ignore the kid for 5 fucking years. Here we are 5 years later. He won't stop talking about me. And if you watch him do it, guys, watch him do it and look in his eyes while he does it. It is a suppressed homosexual rage. He is enraged. Now he's Muslim.
I think it's pretty fucking hard to see in someone's eyes if they're gay. It's very difficult to just look in someone's eyes if they're gay. Of course, the Top G fanboys are gonna suck his dick, but he's the Top G, you don't understand. The Top G can see everything. He can look into your soul. Shut the fuck up. Andrew Tate's not some fucking god. He can just look into your eyes and fucking know everything about you. What kind of shit is this?
Is enraged. Now he's Muslim LARPing. He's Islam LARPing. Constantly LARPing about Islam while being gay in private and taking drugs in private. As opposed to me, who keeps my faith private and my internet. He keeps his faith on the internet, and in his private life is completely haram.
Because Andrew Tate has never spoken about how he converted to Islam publicly on the internet, on hundreds of podcasts ever. He's never done that. He's never spoken about his religion. Heck, he's not speaking about his religion right now as he's saying that. No way that could be possible. It's not like Andrew Tate talking like this fucking moral beacon of light. This guy wasn't sitting there on fucking webcams, typing on the keyboard, pretending to be a girl and talking to men, getting them horny. He wasn't doing that. Did he not say that? The girls would be on the webcam pretending to type to horny men, but it was actually him. He was talking to men, getting them horny, pretending to be a girl. That's how he made his money. He's doing the Islam LARPing as well. He's doing the Muslim LARPing as well. What the fuck? He was making men horny on the keyboard for money. You would wake up and your job was to talk to men, pretending to be a girl and get them horny, to get them to send you money. Come on, we can't act like that's not fucking weird as well.
We can discuss which one of us is the real Muslim if we want to have that conversation. But I live in an Islamic country. I live in Dubai. He lives in New York. He walks around during Pride Month in New York. Guys, I really did.
That's a stupid argument. Do you know how many people live in New York? What does that fucking prove?
He lives in New York and I live in Dubai. I don't live in Dubai because there's tax benefits. No, I live in Dubai because I am just so fucking religious and I care so much. I'm a devout Muslim. That's why. And he lives in New York. He's fucking corrupt.
What kind of shit is this?
I didn't want to do this video, but it's all coming to light. I woke up this morning with a few text messages from people who know very well saying, is it true that this person does these things? And I'm like, oh, so this is about to blow up all over the internet. I said a long time ago to Sneeko once on one of my emergency meetings, I said, don't come at me, bro, because I could have ruined your career and I didn't. I am the nicest man. If he had this kind of information on anyone else, he'd post a screenshot, he'd sit there like a little girl, he'd do a full breakdown, he'd talk about it for years, I'm the top G, because that's who he is. I've known he's gay forever, and I didn't care. He came on to me, it was weird. It's going to come out what he's really been up to. You're going to see he's not a pinnacle of Islam, he's not a pinnacle of morality, he's very far from it.
You're not either. I used to be a fan of Andrew Tate, but this guy's just a fucking hypocrite. This guy was talking to men on the internet, getting them to stroke their cocks, pretending to be a girl. That's what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? And now he's going to sit here, pretend to be like some moral fucking saint. So, yeah, look, maybe, again, the cucking shit's probably worse, but this is crazy. This is crazy. You're not a saint either.
And that's why I had to stop talking to the guy. So, I'm making this video now just to make it clear that I rejected him. I said no. That's why he won't stop talking about me. That's why you can see in his eyes he is so angry. That's why I am the content of his entire life. That's why, because I said no to the kid. I hope he, works it out. I wish him well. No matter how much he insults me, how much he wants to be me, he'll never be me. He's never respected like I am. He'll never achieve the heights of fame that I achieve. He'll never surpass me in any realm, no matter what. So I really, truthfully wish him the best. I didn't want to make this video. I'm only making it because it's all coming to light now, and I want everybody to see that once again, Tate was right. If you see Tate do something, it's because he's right. If you watch my entire career, all I've done is predict the future flawlessly. I stopped talking to him.
You predicted the future flawlessly, just like the time you said you were going to beat Chase and then you did. Oh wait, no, he was wrong that time. That one time he was wrong. Yeah, how could I forget about that? Right.
Him years ago because I knew he was doing drugs. I knew he was gay. I knew he was going to BDSM clubs and doing all this kind of weird shit. I didn't want to be hanging around with some little fruity nigger who's getting tied up by dudes and bumped. I thought that's weird. I ain't hanging around with this guy who's going to sex clubs in New York, getting tied up by dudes and ass fucked.
Now, if that's true, that's crazy. If this is true, if Sneeko has been getting tied up and taken it in the bum by other men, I presume, right? That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. And if he's saying this shit to other people, that's crazy. But again, we have no evidence, not a shred of evidence. Now look, it's not like I want to see some video footage of it happening. You know what I'm saying? I do not. But we need to see some kind of fucking evidence. Otherwise, anyone can say anything.
I saw Andrew Tate getting tied up in a fucking dungeon getting bumped.
Like, what kind of shit? Anyone could say that. Anyone could say that as well. So this is the thing. Anyone can say anything, but we need to have some kind of proof. So that's the thing. If it's true, that's crazy. If it comes out that, look, maybe he was right. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'll sit here and take everything back. But so far, I just see it as a kind of baseless claim to just attack someone else, because that's really what it looks like to me.
I'm not doing it. So here's the truth. That's the reason. I'm not going to talk on this again. He's going to tweet about me and talk about it for the next 200 years, and you're going to see the rage in his eyes, the suppressed homosexuality. That's a him problem. I'm busy winning. That's my version of the story. So when you see all this crap come out about him, I rejected him. I said no.
Now that's Andrew Tate's video, but of course, Sneeko had to react to it and give his own opinion.
Gonna bring up, I already know what the tactic is to be. These people are easy to read. And I didn't want to address on stream. I'm gonna address it before it happens. Maybe people will clip it up. What he's gonna do, he's gonna bring up clips from a podcast from like 5-6 years ago where I was a stand-up comedian at the time and we were joking, and on streams joking, we're like, oh, have you ever thought about being gay? Yeah, it's a joke. The other one they're gonna bring up, there's fake pictures going around where people pretend that there's these, like they say that you did gay porn. Most of those pictures are fake. The other ones, I was 17 and there are leaked photos that I sent to a girl that leaked online. They're fake. And people post that and they ran with this lie. The pictures that are circulated are not real. The other one, there's, and of course I never wanted to talk about this stuff.
So Sneeko saying that he made jokes about him being gay. Now listen, me and my friends make all sorts of jokes. We really do. So this one I can see, because if you see some of the jokes me and my friends make, obviously off camera and shit, when it's just us boys, we say a lot of worse things than that. So, that one I can slide, because a lot of people joke about a lot of things. And especially if you grew up, if you're somewhere around my age, you grew up just saying offensive shit, joking about basically anything and everything. Yeah, like, I think if you're with your mates and you're straight, you gotta make gay jokes and you gotta do some questionably gay shit sometimes with friends. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you have to do it. That is one where I can see sometimes you're with the boys, everyone likes making gay jokes. It's funny. So yeah, some don't see the humor in it, but a lot of people do, and they're funny jokes to make.
It's embarrassing, but it got leaked and then the person got arrested. It wasn't part of like this shoot or this magazine. This was private stuff, and it was posted when I was 17, and that circulated around. I already know what he's gonna do, and then he's gonna also show modeling pictures, because I used to model high fashion for Burberry and Nike. That's what he's gonna do. I guarantee you. So he's gonna bring this up and then try, oh, he's gay. What he might even do is go further and talk about people in my personal life, which is completely crossed the line. And see, time and time again, it's the people that are closest to you that you've defended the most. People that I've went to back and forth with moist criticals because I was defending people that I thought were my friends. Tate, I probably got banned and my reputation changed forever because of the Manosphere Association, the Red Pill Association, because I was defending him so much. Look at what he's doing now. None of that was reciprocated into my face. Andrew Tate says no issue, shakes my hand, and wants to do a video with me in New York. Then
that's absolutely true. Andrew Tate has really shown his true colors. The guy's an absolute snake. He really is. Cobra Tate, the name's fitting for a reason. He done the whole HH song. I don't want to say it because I don't want to get fucking striked or whatever the fuck. But he was all friendly to his face, and then when it came time to throw someone under the bus, he threw him under the bus. Out of everyone there, Clav, Myron, Nick, whoever there, he just throws him under the bus. So that really shows his character. Like, I would not throw anyone under, but even if I was there and I didn't like Sneeko, I would not be throwing another motherfucker under the bus. It's just poor. It's really poor, especially when you see it's like the top G. It's a big L. It really is a big L. And the fact that everyone there stood 10 toes down and doubled down on the whole thing, and Andrew like folded, it was bad. Not a good look.
The club thing happens, it goes and tries to throw me under the bus to ruin my character, to try to ruin my career. No, I see people in the chat, you don't stoop to their level. That's what they want to bring you down. They want to demoralize you you so that you don't keep speaking the truth. You got teams in Israel. I'm going to stick on this. I'm not going to get into these petty battles. I don't advocate for any doxing. I don't want anybody to stoop to that level and go there. Don't do that. We're better than that. This is love speech. This platform is used for something greater. I'm trying to get to the truth, and it's Ramadan. You're not supposed to spike the cortisol. This is a very holy time. Ramadan Kareem. Someone like Andrew Tate, he calls himself Muslim. He's going to talk about me, and he's going to try to assassinate my character more than he's ever said a word about.
So yeah, again, I don't want to get into the whole religious shit, but I don't think any of them are really fucking true religious fucking icons that you have to look at to see how a Muslim person should behave or some shit. And I don't really give a fuck. I think both of them are kind of grifting. It is true, like Sneeko did defend him a lot, and a lot of people called Sneeko Andrew Tate wannabe, Andrew Tate clone, especially after he was on Fresh and Fit, saying a lot of similar things. Whether you want to say he was trying to be a clone, whether he wasn't, he stood for Tate, he tried to defend him. Andrew Tate stabbed him in the back, basically. You know, this whole thing could have just been better if Andrew Tate just said, hey, it wasn't me that played the song. Or just said, who gives a fuck? It's a song, it got played, whatever. This whole thing kind of started when Andrew blamed Sneeko. And that's when the L's just started piling up. I mean, right now he's what, 3-0 against Sneeko? The HH song, the fight offer that he tried to throw at Sneeko, and now this very weak thing calling him gay. It's just not a good look, and I think Andrew Tate is sitting here trying to stir up drama, stir up controversy, even though he says he doesn't want to. Which, you're posting videos on the internet, you're doing 1 million podcasts, you're trying to stir up some kind of drama. You're famous on the internet because you tried to be. If he didn't care about being famous on the internet, he would not post these videos. But he cares about being famous on the internet just like anyone else posting videos. It's a true like 180. He went from being loved to now he just gets fucking memed and he gets the piss taken out of him all the time, especially when it has anything to do with Sneeko, basically. You know, you look in the replies of this tweet here that's got over 1 million views and you straight away see Andrew Tate is top goy. Now, I don't know what the fuck top goy means, but you know, we can, okay, a term used by Jewish people for non-Jewish people. Okay, for a non-Jewish, what the fuck? Hebrew and Yiddish term meaning nation or people commonly used in Jewish context. Okay, so to refer to non-Jewish person. I guess it means, I don't know, you're fucking Jewish or some shit? I guess. So, I don't know. But coming from a guy who made guys come over chat messages, coming from a cunt who did a world tour, shitting on Sneeko, the Tate Wolf is crazy. Stop talking to him. Sneeko ended your career, you sellout Zionist. I have tech teams in Israel. You're just a cheap ass sellout. Sneeko owns you. Sneeko and his dad cut him off. So that's one, you know, for Tate. You have another one with Tate with the LGBTQ and a fucking camel toe. This is genuinely so disgusting coming from Andrew. Doesn't he realize the gayest thing he could do is post this video? Didn't Tate sit under tables and tell girls to say things when he did the phone sex operation? Kind of really too. So pretty much all the comments here are just turning on Tate. Even if you look, I mean, verified accounts or accounts mentioned by Cobra Tate can reply. Why does he have the reply is limited? You've lost your aura. Talking shit won't fix it. You're so desperate for clout, you chase Sneeko and Clav's breadcrumbs. Because he corrected you when you made a mistake on the subject of Islam instead of admitting it. You were wrong. You started bashing him. I lost all respect for you. Not Andrew Tate begging for engagement again. Can't lie, you lost all your credibility. So we can see even under his own tweets that the responses, you know, they're not favoring him at all, and he's definitely aware of that. So that's been the video. If you enjoyed it, watch another one on the screen right now and fuck off.